Hi, I'm Joe Sobzak of KDS TV, and I'd like to welcome you to our video covering the American Legion homecoming for James Hales Jr. James is a life member of Newcastle Post 343 and now the commander of the American Legion Department of Pennsylvania. I enjoyed being a part of the celebration and especially working with Dan Carney, adjutant and trustee at Post 343. Dan explains the idea behind the homecoming and some of the events that took place.
First off, it started out as our installation of officers for our post. We have new officers coming in for the year 2005, 2006. And at the same time, Jim was supposed to come here and install our trustees. So we thought we'd make a homecoming for him too. So we decided to do something really big because this is the very first time in Lawrence County, Newcastle's history that a member of our post or Newcastle or Lawrence County has ever been the commander of the American Legion Department of Pennsylvania, which, by the way, is the largest department of American Legion in the world, over close to 250,000 members. So we decided we wanted to do something big, so we decorated the hall up, and Jim didn't know nothing about this, by the way. He came in as a total surprise to him. So Jim is a retired Marine captain. And he's a graduate of the University of North Carolina. Nice guy, really nice guy. And he did a tour in Vietnam. And we put him through our post as post commander. He was through senior vice commander, junior vice commander. He was our judge advocate. He was the county commander for the American Legion, 26th district commander, Western section commander for the state of Pennsylvania. So he run the gamut as far as that goes in the American Legion through Pennsylvania, and he's very well qualified for the job that he's going to do at the commander level. I can go back as far as 1919 when we have our first commander here, when our post was started shortly after World War I. And we've had many numerous commanders that, there are too many to me to remember or name, but they were very well known in the city of Newcastle, Lawrence County, that belonged to this post. And we went up until 1999, I believe, or 2000, I'm not sure the exact date. We had our very first lady commander, which is a retired Navy captain, Mary Ann L. Sesser. And she was the very first one that we had, so we're very proud of what we have. We encourage all the minorities, if you will, ladies, and no matter what the color or religious aspects of anybody is. They're more than welcome here, any veteran. And we have a pretty good post. We have close to 700 members. Now, it's not quite 700 yet, but we're going to run pretty close to 700 this year. We're about 60% there right now.
taste all right, John?
Very, very good.
I hope they don't get me when I have my mouth with it.
I'm fine with that right there. Thank you.
Once again, I welcome each one of you as the commander of the post here, and I think we're going to have a fun evening. I hope so. We're going to try and be relaxed, and I just asked Jim if I don't do things in proper order, will he forgive me? He says, "What, it's my show or something like that?" He's only here as a guest, so I don't know about our past national commander, whether he's going to forgive us or not, or whether he's going to crack the whip. But if we make a mistake, forgive us, okay? And our 26th district commander also. Okay, I have some things in order here. I hope that I do them right. I'd like to have Tom Lane come forward. Is your wife here? Did she leave? Marcy, where are you at? Some of you do not know Tom, but Tom is the chairman of the bingo, and a few years back, bingo almost went under. And I don't know how bingo would go under, but it almost did. Anyhow, Tom took the bull by the horns, and I guess we're doing pretty good right now. I don't know what the figures are. Frank might have them, but I don't have them. So, Tom, on behalf of Post 343, I want to present you with this certificate. It says, "To Tom Lane, in appreciation for your devotion to the American Legion as bingo chairman." I've signed it, Jack has signed it, and Dan has also signed it. Tom, congratulations. Thanks. Don't run off yet. Marcy, this is a pin. If I can get it out of here. And for distinguished service, I'll let you pin this on Tom, okay? If you can reach him. One moment yet. Jack, would you come forward, please?
On behalf of the officers and members of the American Legion, I want to present a little monetary gift for you with appreciation of what you do. Continue, good job.
We're going to try and recognize a few of the dignitaries, and I hope I do them in the proper order. Our past national commander, Ron Conley. Ron, would you like to say anything? But whatever you want to do. It's yours, sir. Welcome here.
Thank you very much. I was mentioning to the commander, 1983, I had an opportunity to address the members of this post. They used to have the birthday party. They'd have it up on top of the hill at the cathedral. There was over 500 some people there. I was state vice commander at the time. But I see since 83, your enthusiasm, your dedication, your training of people that have come into your post has paid off. You have a lot of excellent members of the American Legion Auxiliary, and the Sons of the American Legion. And I know this post, I know this town, I know this district is very proud of Jim Hales and his achievements, and especially the election of State Commander of the American Legion. Jim hasn't let any grass grow under his feet since he's taken office. He's been on the road, and he's going to continue on the road. I have to apologize, though. My wife isn't here this evening. We're getting ready to get things together because we're going to leave early to go to the National Convention. So she's at home taking care of that. It's very important as we gather here and you're going to have your officers installed to understand one of the pillars, one of the principles of the American Legion is taking care of our veterans. It's really important now, more than ever, with the war going on. And we have seen on the news the devastation of Marines from Ohio. There were 20-some from a certain area within Ohio that were ambushed and killed and died. We have to make sure that we remember what the purpose is and what we need to do to support those young men and women that are fighting this war on terrorism, to make sure that we are able to live in a country and maintain our freedom. And at the same time, we cannot shirk our responsibility to take care of them when they come back. It's really sad as you read different articles, and they're easy to find, but sometimes they're not in the mainstream media, of these young men coming back that have lost a limb, that are blind, that are burnt. I recently had a case of a young man from Allegheny County area who's down in Texas in a burn unit, 60% of his body. He lost his fingers, and his mother was trying to get down there to visit him. And sometimes the military forgets about those families, or there's a lack of connection. And somehow she slipped through the cracks. And the military was supposed to make sure that she was able to get there. So after a phone call to Indian Town Gap, the mother was able to end up making a connection through the military to get on to Texas and visit with her son. We see on the news that Jane Fonda's roaring her ugly head again, and she's going to go out and demonstrate. And what I'm concerned about is the people in this country, if they start turning against the war, and you can see the polls of the president going down as far as his handling, is really not what we should be focusing on. We should be focusing on the young men and women that are serving in that war, and that we have to maintain our loyalty and respect to them as we have to the veterans of previous wars. And these young men and women are coming back today. And because of the big hole in the budget, $1 billion for this year, $1.5 billion for the budget next year, 30% of those coming back are going to have post-traumatic stress disorder. There's going to be a great need for prosthetics because of loss of limbs. We have to make sure that we understand and we're there to support the families, support the troops, and then as they turn to civilian life, to support them. And especially in dealing with post-traumatic stress, because a lot of them don't want to have that stigma attached to them. And there's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I lived hell, I seen hell, and it bothers me every night, and I wake up with dreams. We need to be there to make sure that they're taken care of. And what I'm really proud of is H Hales has made that a cornerstone of his commitment as the state commander of the American Legion. Again, I want to thank you for the invitation for being here. I'm very proud of Jim, as well as I know you are. Thank you very much, and God bless each and every one of you. And safe travels, Jim, as you travel throughout this state and this Commonwealth.
Next, I'd like to introduce our 26th District Commander, Damon Heyman, and his wife. Okay. And all the deputy commanders from the 26th District, Ellwood City Post 157, and all their officers and their guests, the Ladies Auxiliary, we also welcome you here, each one, this evening. We have some other distinguished guests, and the next person I would like to introduce is, he's really distinguished as far as I am concerned, and I want to read what it says in our bulletin here, okay? It's American Legion Department of Pennsylvania, Commander James H. Hale. Jim, as he is affectionately known as a life member of Newcastle Post 343. And, you know, we have Newcastle 343. We're really proud of this guy, okay? We really respect him. He's also past commander of our post, as well as a past commander of the Lawrence County Council of the 26th District and Western Section Deputy Commander. And besides all of these, he has held numerous national offices and held all of these offices with distinction. And Jim is a very proud husband and father and grandfather, and boy, your grandfather won't be long before your great-grandfather, and also a proud Marine, okay? Jim has a very good motto, and it fits him perfectly. A citizen from birth, a patriot at heart, a veteran of duty, Marine by choice, and American by the grace of God. Let's give Jim a hand, okay? Jim?
Please see. Thank you very much. As most of you know, I'm kind of shy, and I very seldom if ever have anything to say. So I see some Legionnaires from our post that are not laughing at that. I am seldom at a loss for words, but when I walked in the post tonight, I was at a loss for words. I don't know how to express my gratitude to this post. As I've said on numerous occasions, to those of you that don't come to the post meetings or are not members of the post, my main reason that I've always stayed a member of Post 343 is because I like this post. I love the guys and the ladies that are in it. I'm proud to be a member of this post, and that's why I kept my membership here and stayed in the 26th District, because that's another bunch of guys over there that I sincerely enjoy working with, and I've always had a great deal of respect for all of them. And I do truly love this post and the people here. Newcastle is sort of my home away from home since North Carolina, but Pennsylvania is my home now, and I'm proud to call myself a Tar Heel Pennsylvanian. So, but it is a pleasure. I do want to mention three gentlemen. I could stand up here and mention a lot of people that have helped me along in the American Legion, one being past National Commander Ron Connolly here, but three gents in this post that I miss very dearly. They're not with us anymore, and that was Bob Emmerich. And I know Bob was somewhat of a rebel in a lot of people's eyes, but he was his heart was 100% American Legion. He was one of my mentors, and the other was Carl Forkey. He's the one who put me on as a deputy on the staff. Even at that time, I had not been a post commander, and that was almost a heresy at the time, but he stood up for me, and well, I guess the results are self-evident. And the last one, and of course not least, is Ray Moore. And Ray Moore was kind of like my big brother. And I wish all three of those gents were here tonight to share this with me, and as I share it with you. As I said when I started this whole thing, this was a post achievement and a district achievement and a Lawrence County achievement. This is not something that I did on my own. I had a lot of help along the way, and my primary concern, besides VA health care, as Ron has mentioned, that is my primary concern this year. But I do hope to serve in this office with dignity, professionalism, and I hope that you all will be proud to say that Jim Hales was from Perry-Gaston Post 343 Newcastle, from the county of Lawrence, and from the great 26th District in Western Pennsylvania. Thank you all very much. And by the way, this is my wife, Esther. I think all of you know her, but Esther. And I would like to introduce also the department historian, Louise Hoover. She's running around here. If she sticks a camera and takes your picture, takes a camera in your face, takes your picture, she's doing it legitimately, and so you won't be blackmailed or anything later on. So anyway, she's traveling with us tonight to try to get a few photographs. Again, thank you very much, and it is sincerely a genuine honor to represent you all, and thank you for everything. Thank you very much.
We're not done yet. We're really proud. I'm proud anyhow, and I think our post is really proud to have Jim here. And we have a couple of people we want to recognize here tonight. Newcastle Area Honor Guard Commander Max Rozick. Max, will you come front and center, please?
Thank you, Commander. Commander Jim Hill, on behalf of the Newcastle Area Honor Guard, we present this proclamation to James H. Hale, Jr. Whereas the Newcastle Area Honor Guard presents this proclamation to James H. Hale, Jr. in recognition of his accomplishments for the veterans of the American Legion. Whereas the Newcastle Area Honor Guard sends to James H. Hale, Jr. our very best wishes and good luck as Commander of the American Legion Department of Pennsylvania. Therefore, it is with great pleasure that we, the officers of the Newcastle Area Honor Guard, on behalf of its members, set forth our hands on this 9th day of August in the year of our Lord, 2005. It's signed by Max Rosick, Commander, Dan Carney, Adjutant.
Thank you very much, Max. Appreciate it. Thank you. You are very strong. I brag about you guys all the time. That's great.
I salute
Thank you.
my friend.
Thank you.
Okay, we have also with us tonight Pennsylvania State Senator Gerald Lavelle.
I have a Senate citation I want to present to Jim, and I'm going to read it because it says a lot of things about him that maybe have not been said. This was passed in the Senate of Pennsylvania on July 7, 2005, whereas James H. Hale, Jr., Department of Pennsylvania American Legion Commander, is being honored by American Legion Perry S. Gaston Post 343 on August 9, 2005. And whereas Mr. Hale is enlisted in the United States Marine Corps, and that makes him number one for me. Anybody who was in the Marine Corps is number one with me. In 1964, and was assigned to the Presidential Honor Guard at Marine Barracks, Washington, D.C., where his duties included guard at Camp David, Maryland, providing security for President L.B. Johnson. In 1966, he volunteered for duty in Vietnam, where he served as an infantryman in the 1st Marine Division and as a military policeman with the 3rd MP Battalion. He returned to the United States in 1967 and graduated from the University of North Carolina. He was then assigned to Officers Candidate School at Quantico, Virginia, and commissioned as 2nd Lieutenant in 1974. He retired in 1985 as a captain. During his career, he served as various duty stations throughout the United States, the Far East, and the Mediterranean area. Immediately upon his retirement from the Marine Corps, Mr. Hales became a member of the American Legion Perry S. Gaston Legion Post 343 in Newcastle. Since becoming a Legionary, he has been a very active member and served as commander of Post 343, Lawrence County, the 26th District, and as Department Vice Commander, Western Section. He is currently the Department Committee Chairman for National and Homeland Security and has been appointed by National Commander Christmas Vice Chairman to the National and Homeland Security Council for the American Legion National Organization. Mr. Hales is also actively involved with the Keystone Boys State Program. And on a personal note, this was passed in the Senate. I just want to express my appreciation to Jim Hales for what he has done. And I would encourage all Legionnaires and those of you who have a concern about veterans not to let those both at the federal and state level forget what we need to continue to do in providing for veterans, returning veterans, older veterans like myself and others who deserve everything that we can do for them. And it's our responsibility to make that happen. Sometimes I think we are a little remiss in how we deal with veterans. Thank you very much. And Jim, congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we have a couple, State Representative Chris Sonato and Frank LaGrotta. I guess they're both in Harrisburg. Butch Weir, I understand, is representing Representative LaGrotta. Jim, Chris sent you a gift. I want to present it to you, okay?
Yeah.
It said Dan Carney on this, but I don't know if Dan Carney sampled it or not, okay? But it's a little token for you, but it can't be opened until you get home. Okay. Now, the Max Rosick, now he was a retired state policeman, okay?
Yeah, I know.
I think he's put a tail on you to make sure that you don't have an open bottle between here and Greensburg, right? So take care. And you've got 3 judges back here in case you do. So, boy, you're in trouble, okay? That's from Chris.
Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. As I said, we have our 3 judges from Lawrence County here. Judge Dominic Motto, Judge, you want to stand up? Okay. Judge Craig Cox. Okay. And Judge Tom Bacone. Okay. I'd like to say this about Judge Bacone. He's also a member of the Newcastle Area Honor Guard. And Commander Conley, I don't think you know too many judges that are on a little lowly honor guard, but we are very fortunate. He might not serve with us, but that guy has helped us out tremendously in getting started. So each one of you, welcome. Okay. District Attorney Matt Mangino, is he here? He was here. Okay. The Mayor of Newcastle had another call, and John Russo is representing the mayor. Where's John at? Okay. Do you have a proclamation, I guess, for the Jim?
It's my honor here tonight as a member of the Post and also a member of the Newcastle City Council to represent the mayor in this proclamation. You have to bear with me for one thing here. I didn't realize I was going to do this tonight. When I came, I really believed the mayor was going to be here. So I'm just saying, last week I had a cataract removed. I haven't had the glasses changed. So we have a trifocal with a new eye, and I'll do the best I can with this. But I don't promise much with these glasses. It goes on to say, whereas although originally a native of North Carolina, Jim Hales found a home in Pennsylvania and has resided in the Keystone State for nearly 24 years since being assigned here in 1981. Jim enlisted in the United States Marine Corps in 1964 after completion of boot camp at Parris Island, South Carolina, and infantry training at Camp Ligonier, North Carolina. He was assigned to the Presidential Honor Guard at the Marine Barracks, Washington, D.C., where the duties included guard at Camp David and Marine Division providing security for President L.B. Johnson. Whereas in 1966, Jim volunteered for duty in Vietnam, where he served as an infantryman in the 1st Marine Division and as a military policeman with the 3rd MP Battalion. As a military policeman, he was trained for the capture, recovery, protection, transportation, incarceration of enemy POWs, and he was meritoriously promoted to both the ranks of corporal and sergeant while serving in a combat zone. Where also Jim attended the University of North Carolina, where he received a bachelor's degree in business administration, and after graduation he was assigned to the Officers Candidate School at Quantico, Virginia, and was commissioned as second lieutenant in 1974. He retired in 1985 as captain after serving the Inspector General of Newcastle as Inspector General of Newcastle from 1981 to 1985. Whereas immediately upon his retirement from the Marine Corps, Jim became a member of the Perry-S-Gaston Post 343 in Newcastle. Since becoming a Legionnaire, he has been a very active member and has served as commander of Post 343, Lawrence County, the 26th District, and as Department Vice Commander, Western Section. Whereas Jim is currently the Department Committee Chairman for the National and Homeland Security and has been appointed by the National Commander Cadmus as Vice Chairman to the National and Homeland Security Council for the American Legion National Organization. Whereas he is also actively involved with the Keystone Boys State Program. In the past, he has served as Department Membership Chairman and has been appointed by the National on several occasions to the Foreign Relations, National Security, and Distinguished Guest Commission, Council Committee. Now therefore, I, Mayor Wayne Alexander, proclaim the 9th day of August 2005 as recognizing Jim Hales as a veteran of duty, Marine by choice, and an American by the grace of God. Congratulations, Jim.
Thank you very much.
Okay, last but not least, I'd like to introduce the officers of Post 343. Senior Vice Commander is Leonard Centello. Let's hold our applause till we're all done, okay? Junior Vice Commander John Fisher. Our Adjutant, Dan Carney. Assistant Adjutant is Mary Ann Elsesser. Finance Officer is Frank Bonfield. And Assistant Finance Officer, Jack Camerot. The Service Officer is Jim Lapardo. Our Chaplain is Tom Lane. Judge Advocate is Tom Kaiser. Historian is Emmett Schaefer. And Sergeant at Arms, Don Montgomery. And our Trustees is Jack Camerot, who is the Chairman, Vince Skoronsky, and Mary Ann Elsesser, Dan Carney, Tom Lane, and Robert Leslie. Okay, we have one more thing to do when Jim comes back up here, okay? See, he's running off. Jim, can we have you back up here for a minute? Okay, we should have told you this was coming off. Jim, on behalf of Post 343, okay, the officers and members would like to present this to you and to your lovely wife, okay?
Thank you so very much. It's a gorgeous eagle. I really don't collect anything except money, but I do actually have a lot of eagles and pictures of eagles in my I Love Me room. And after this, I'm going to have to build a larger I Love Me room. I can see that now. But this is really great. I sincerely appreciate it, and I do really like eagles, and I do have a lot of them standing around. So this is going to fit right in with the others. Good. Thank you very much again. Thank you.
Are you going to go back now? Okay. I'd like to introduce Commissioner Ed Fosnot from Lawrence County.
Thank you, Ed. Just when you thought all the speeches were over, too. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to be here to represent those who serve you in county government. I'm particularly pleased to be here tonight. And sir, well, I don't know where he went, the gentleman who talked about supporting our troops. Thank you very much for your kind words. My son, Patrick, just came back from Iraq last February. He served a year there. And I have to tell you that when he came back, he said that the most overwhelming thing that he'll always remember from his tour there was the support from the folks at home. We all did a good job of remembering that they're not just soldiers, but they're also our sons and daughters. And we have to remember them and we have to support them. And I'm very grateful to you and to everyone who supported our troops while they were over there. But that's not, thank you. But my purpose for tonight is to be here and represent Commissioner Craig and Commissioner Vogler, and I too have a proclamation, and I'd like to read it if I may. Oh, here they are. How old are you, Ed? I was older than you, Joe. I was going to use the bad eye thing, but John Russo already used that. It says, whereas Jim Hales enlisted in the U.S. Marine Corps in 1964 and volunteered for duty in Vietnam in 1966, where he was promoted to the rank of corporal and then to sergeant, whereas Jim Hales attended the University of North Carolina and was assigned to officer candidate school at Quantico, Virginia, and was commissioned to second lieutenant. Jim Hales retired as a captain in 1985, whereas Jim Hales is currently the Department Committee Chairman for National and Homeland Security and has been appointed as Vice Chairman to Homeland Security Council for the American Legion National Organization. Whereas Jim Hales and his wife Esther have 3 sons, a daughter, and 12 grandchildren. And whereas Jim will be honored at a reception to be held at American Legion Post 353 on Tuesday, August 9th at 6 p.m. Now therefore be it resolved by the Lawrence County Board of Commissioners that we do hereby commend and congratulate American Legion Commander Jim Hales on being named Department Commander for the year 2005-2006 and wish him only the best in all he strives to accomplish. And this is signed by our Chairman Dan Vogler, by Steve Craig, and by myself, Ed Fosnot, and we passed this resolution at our meeting last Tuesday, and I'm pleased to present this to you, sir. Thank you very much. I'm sorry I was hiding in the back.
No, that's okay. They got to get pictures here, so.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks. And Okay, will the officers take their places? We're about to open our meeting. Okay, the meeting is about to open. The Sergeant at Arms will close the door to the meeting room. Flag in place, hand salute, 1, 2. Uncover, and a chaplain will offer prayer.
O God, our Heavenly Father, we pray that you will be with us at this time to guide our work in this post meeting. Grant us the wisdom to seek your will in all that we undertake, and the courage to follow in the direction you would have us to go. In seeking to serve our God and our country, may our efforts be of benefit to our fellow veterans and all the people of our community. Amen.
Our junior warden will lead us in Pledge Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Resolution 288, adopted at the 67th National Convention, calls for the designation of the POW MIA empty chair at all official meetings of the American Legion as a physical symbol of the thousands of American POWs and MIA still unaccounted for from World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War. Accordingly, at this time, the Sergeant at Arms will place the POW flag on the empty chair. It's over there at the end of the table. This is a reminder for all of us to spare no efforts to secure the release of any American prisoner from captivity, the repatriation of the remains of those who have died bravely in the defense of liberty, and a full accounting of those missing. Let us rededicate ourselves for this vital endeavor. Members will now recite the preamble of the Constitution, and for those of you who do not know it, is on the inside of our bulletin. For God and country, we associate ourselves together for the following purpose.
To uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States of America, to maintain law and order, to follow and
perpetuate 100% Americanism, to preserve the memories of the incidents of our association in the Great Wars, to inculcate a sense of individual obligation to the community, state, and nation, to combat the atrocities of both the classes and the masses, to make right the master of right, to promote peace and goodwill on earth, to safeguard and to transmit prosperity, to the principles of justice, freedom, and democracy.
to consecrate and sanctify our partnership by our devotion to mutual help.
Our installation of officers include our the 26th District Commander has his crew of different offices. That means to say there's somebody that installs the Senior Vice Commander out of the 26th District that'll install our Senior Vice Commander, Junior Vice Commander, Adjutant, and so on and so forth. See? So we make arrangements with them right after we have our elections. And they set up the team. Normally it's on our meeting night, which is the second Tuesday of every month, that we come in and he brings his crew in and installs us, up to and including our trustees. The ladies' auxiliary of our post, which has declined for many reasons, namely because of some of the longevities, they're not living long enough to stay with the group, but we do have a very small group, but we do have those, and they're installed first. And then at our installation, we have Ellwood City, which is an American Legion post down there. They want to come up with us and get installed too. So we had them this year. We invited them up, and they were installed before we were. It goes this way. Our commander, which would be the outgoing commander, will open our meeting. And then after he opens the meeting, we have a certain procedure that we follow, which is the way we operate our regular meetings, and then he turns it over to the 26th District Commander at that point. He in turn turns it over to the 26th District Ladies Auxiliary president. And she installs the ladies' auxiliary through their ritual, whatever they do and how they do it. And then she, in turn, turns it back over to the 26th district commander, which calls his deputy commanders, and they install each individual office of our post. First off goes the Ellwood City Post, and when they're done, then we take our post and have our post installed, which would be the same offices. Everybody has the same offices in the Legion membership.
My comrades, you have been chosen by your comrades to fill the various offices of Ellwood City Post 157. You will, I know, vindicate the trust that has been reposed in you and fulfill in every way the obligation which that trust entitled. You shall at once familiarize yourself with the duties of your particular office, and you shall proceed upon those duties in the same spirit of devotion and endeavor which characterized that service out of which arose the American Legion. You must know that the welfare and success of this post depends largely on you. And you must know also that upon your shoulders equally rests the burden of preserving the integrity of the American Legion. You must protect its good name before the people of the United States. You must excel in their eyes. You must make them known as we know its purpose and policy. Ever remember the tolerant spirit that animates its members. There is no rank among us, for each serves as the equal of his comrade, and all strive toward the same goal, which is the realization in the life of the Republic of the ideals of justice, freedom, democracy, and loyalty. Ever remember that the cardinal purpose of the American Legion are the rehabilitation of our disabled comrades, the care of the dependents of those who have answered the final call, and those who are now suffering the ravage of wounds, disease, and want, rightful education of the children of our country, and devoted service to the community, state, and nation. Now, you will raise your right hand and repeat after me, giving your name where I give mine. I, Damian Hambley, do solemnly pledge myself to perform faithfully and impartially the duties of the office of the American Legion I am about to assume. I further pledge I am not a member of and do not subscribe to the principles of any groups opposed to our form of government. Now lower your hands, please. Now I'll turn the deputies over so they can instruct you of your office.
Sergeant Arms is Sentinel of the Tyler of the Honor Guard of this post. We will guard especially against the loss of one of the American Legion's greatest possessions, our deep and abiding spirit of comradeship. You will learn the identity of and introduce to the commander all of his comrades.
I congratulate you upon the opportunities to serve so constructively and so unselfishly. I present to you the Service Officer's Guide. Read it and use it. Thank you, and congratulations, Carl.
To you is given the responsibility of preserving, compiling the records of this post. The future can only be judged by the past.
First Vice Commander, to you is given the responsibility of an active cooperation between yourself and the commander, particularly should you interest yourself in the membership of the post. You should be assisted by the most active and devoted members. No single factor has so important an influence in the post's success as membership.
To you, my comrade, is entrusted a very important duty, that of teaching and protecting the cardinal principles of the American Legion throughout your entire post. To you is entrusted the supervision of the duties of all officers of the post. To you may come the indigent and the distressed, and it is your duty to see to it that no worthy comrade is turned away without full justice. It is your duty to see that freedom is ever the watchword of those with whom you come in contact.
Congratulations. I love your motto tonight.
Assistant Sergeant Arms presents the newly elected officer of the Newcastle Post 343. And and duly taken this initiative.
Thank you, Dave. My comrades, you have been chosen by your comrades to fill the various office of Newcastle Post 343. You will, I know, vindicate the trust that has been reposed in you and fulfill in every way the obligation which that trust entitles. You shall at once familiarize yourself with the duties of your particular office, and you shall proceed upon those duties in the same spirit of devotion, endeavor that characterized that service out of which arose the American Legion. You must know that the welfare and success of this post depends largely on you, and you must know also that upon your shoulders equally rests the burden of preserving the integrity of the American Legion. You must protect its good name before the people of the United States. You must excel in their eyes. You must make them known as we know its purpose and its policy. Ever remember the tolerant spirit that animates its members. There is no rank among us, for each serve as the equal of his comrade, and all strive toward the same goal, which is the realization in the life of the Republic of the ideals of justice, freedom, democracy, and loyalty. Ever remember that the cardinal purpose of the American Legion are the rehabilitation of our disabled comrades. Now you will raise your right hand and repeat after me, giving your name where I give mine. I, Damian Hamley, do solemnly pledge myself to perform faithfully and impartially the duties of the office of the American Legion I'm about to assume. I further pledge I am not a member of and do not subscribe to the principles of any group opposed to our form of government. Now you may lower your hand. Now I'll turn this over to the deputies and instructed officers over their duties.
You are the symbol of the teller of the outer guard of this post. You are guard especially against the loss of one of the American Legion's greatest possessions, our deep abiding spirit of comradeship. You will learn the identity of and introduce to the commander of all visiting comrades and guests of the post.
Service officer, you have been singly honored by this post by your election to perform fundamental, unselfish work, not only for the benefit of the members of this post, but for those veterans particularly in need of your service. Congratulate you upon your opportunity to serve so constructively and so unselfishly.
Historian, your office is an important one. To you is given the responsibility of preserving, compiling the records of this post. The future can only be judged by the past. Be mindful the lamp of recorded experience may do much to guide the footsteps of those who follow. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Please bear with me. Judge Adam, to you, my comrade, is assigned a most important duty, which you are legal training and a past Legion experience to prepare for you. You are interpreted on the Constitution by the law of your purpose.
Chaplain, to you is given the spiritual leadership of this post. You will, I know, lend dignity and respect to your office. You should be in close confidence with the commander and the others of this post, and should attend all meetings of this post. You should be ready upon occasion to take part in the initiation of new members, the dedication of halls, monuments of colors, and the funeral services for a comrade.
Finance officer, you are the keeper of the monies, and in you is reposed the financial policy of the post. To you is given the charge of the year's budget, and to you is given the duty of payment of all obligations when proper authorization has been given for such payment.
My comrade,
You have been chosen to assist your commander in the wise and effective administration of his office, and to serve not only your fellow Legionnaires, but those whose relationship to our organization has led them to look to us for guidance and relief.
Congratulations to you. Good luck in your job.
Second Vice Commander.
Second Vice Commander, to your helpful hands are placed the important responsibilities of assisting the commander in all his duties, particularly should you be interested in patriotic observances of all kinds.
First Vice Commander, to you is given the responsibility of an active cooperation between yourself and the commander.
My comrade, you have just completed a year of impressive service to the American Legion and to District 26. The records of your post indicate the quality of that service.
To you, my comrade Leonard,